Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video we have major news on the Xbox One. Microsoft have reversed, that's right, reversed their position on the DRM. You will need an internet connection when you initially set up your Xbox One, but after that you could play any disk-based games without ever connecting to the internet again. I will say that one more time just to reiterate. You can play any disk-based game without ever connecting online again. There have been numerous reports on this issue, but from what we understand, the purpose of this is that you will need to download a one-time patch which will basically update your console, which will enable you to basically play offline. So what else has changed? Well, it appears that Microsoft have also dropped their plans for digital game sharing as well. So this has been done by Microsoft executive Don Matrick in a blog post, and he said, "Your feedback matters. Update on Xbox One." It reads as follows: last week at E3, the excitement, creativity and future of our industry was on display for a global audience. For us, the future comes in the form of Xbox One, a system designed to be the best place to play games this year and for many years to come. And from our heritage of Xbox, we designed a system that could take full advantages of advances in technology in order to deliver a breakthrough in gameplay and entertainment. We imagined a new set of benefits such as e-via roaming, family sharing, and new ways to try and buy games. We believe in the benefits of connected digital future. Since unveiling our plans of the Xbox One, my team and I have heard directly from many of you, read your comments and listened to your feedback. I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for the assistance in helping us reshape the future of the Xbox One. You told us how much you love the flexibility you have with today's games delivered on disc. The ability to lend, share and resell games at your discretion is an incredible importance to you. It is also of an importance that to you that the freedom to play offline for any length of time, anywhere in the world. So today I'm announcing the following changes to the Xbox One and how you can play, share or lend or resell games exactly as you do with the Xbox 360. Here is what it means. An internet connection will not be required to play offline on Xbox One. After a one-time setup of the new Xbox, you can play any disc-based games without ever needing to connect to the internet connection again. There is no 24-hour connection requirement, and you can take your Xbox One anywhere you want and play your games just like the Xbox 360. Trade in, lend, resell, gift, rent disc-based games just like you would today. There will be no limitation to using and sharing games. It will just like it does today on Xbox 360. In addition to buying a disc from a retailer, you can also download the games from Xbox Live on day of release. If you choose to download the games, you'll be able to play them offline just as you do today. Xbox One games will be playable on any Xbox One console. There will be no regional restrictions. Hallelujah. These changes will impact some of the scenarios we previously announced for the Xbox One. The sharing of games will work as it does today. You simply share the disc. Downloadable titles cannot be shared or resold. Also, similarly to today, playing disc-based games will require the disc in the tray. We appreciate your passion, support and willingness to change the assumptions of digital license and connectivity. Your assumptions of digital license and connectivity. While we believe the majority of people will play games online and access the cloud for both for both games and entertainment, I'm sorry guys, I'm pretty tired. We'll give the customers the choice to both physical and digital content. We've listened and we will heard loud and clear from the feedback that you want the best of both worlds. Thank you for your candid feedback. Our team remains committed to listening, taking feedback and delivering a great product for you later this year. End long ass quote. So I think I can say what we're all thinking about bloody time. I'm not surprised they reversed their position. It was simply a case, I actually produced a 41-minute rant video that was about to be uploaded. I crap you not, I'll upload it if you don't believe me. And I was literally saying that Microsoft had the power to change the opinion of gamers on the Xbox One massively within the space of minutes. All they have to do is make the system less stringent. I actually didn't think they were going to be this less stringent. I actually thought they were going to just reduce the time period of the always online checks. But when they've done this now, it sends a major signal that consumer pressure does work, which is something I've been saying for a long ass time. Now, obviously, with these changes, the Xbox One does gain some ground because, as you are most likely aware, the Xbox One has been battered continuously over the head in the polls against the PlayStation, and no doubt with them doing this, it has somewhat pulled the rug under Sony's feet. I wouldn't be surprised, however, if Sony did have an idea that they would likely pull this, and they probably had scenarios, because let's face it, you're in a business situation, you cannot win at this business situation because you have done something to piss off all your customers. The only thing you can do is to go back on what you've said to piss them off. It's that simple, black and white. They've basically managed to alienate a large percentage of your player base simply because of a decision you made. The only option that you have is to change where you're coming from. Now, obviously, there are still a few issues. People are still going to be upset with the price. People are still going to be a little bit paranoid when it comes to privacy issues. And of course, it doesn't matter what the DRM situation is, it's still a less powerful machine than the PS4. However, most people will agree that the power of the console, we're not going to talk about the cloud here because the cloud's a whole different thing, and I'm still not 100% convinced on that, by the way, as you guys are probably aware from another video up today. But regardless, people can overlook that, right? I mean, the original Wii did really well. The PlayStation 2 is nowhere near as powerful as the Xbox One, yet it battered it in sales. Okay, so power does not equal good hardware in terms of, is it worth owning? So we're going to have to look at the exclusives. We're going to have to look at the games available, and we're going to have to say to ourselves, well, what does that mean? Of course, it does also mean, what's this going to mean for cloud-based technology? Because no longer can games developers, in theory at least, make this a mandatory requirement, because now you've just said that no game requires an online connection if it is a single player game. Now, obviously, if a developer was to say, okay, well, we need cloud-based technology in 3 years' time because otherwise we cannot possibly bring this game to our system, to your system, well, we'll have to see just what happens there. I suppose technically they could sell it some kind of, title like, say, Diablo, just for example, where you need a server connection, but whatever. So in this instance, I'm extremely happy Microsoft have done this, if only for the fact that, well, it gives Sony a competition. I've been saying for a while now that I want Sony to have competition. It is not good for Sony not to have competition. Whether this is going to be enough to sway the ridiculously biased polls that we've been seeing, it's unbeknownst to anyone right now. I'll be curious to see how the public reacts. As for Don's comment, he's obviously pissed. He's thanking the consumers, but let's face it, if you had developed something in mind with your company, you would not be a happy bunny to basically have to go back on that. And no doubt Microsoft are getting spanked right now. They're bending over and they're getting the cane at school when it comes to EA and other publishers, because they've made them certain promises, and you can imagine how those publishers are feeling right now. So we'll have to see just how that goes. In the UK right now it is 11 PM. Obviously in the in the US and various other countries this is not that late, so I have no doubt whatsoever that by the time that I wake up there's going to be a lot of comments on this one. And I don't just mean from you guys, I also mean from Don, I also mean from EA and everyone else involved. However, for the short term, Microsoft have not gained a victory. That is important for you to understand. They have not done you a service from doing this. They are telling you they have done you a service, but they have not. Get that clear. Why? I don't mean this nastily. This is exactly what I was saying about Sony. They did not include DRM for your benefit. It is simply because they need the sales, and I am not besmirching them for that. Understand that it is business, and I understand that with business you need to make money, but it's a simple business decision Microsoft had to make. They're basically it was like 7-1 in some cases with pre-orders. You cannot enter a market with 7-1 before anyone has even bought the system, before they've even got it into your home. 7-1 people roughly were against the system. In other words, they were saying, I mean, goodness sake, there were actually memes. It was actually getting to the point, I even said this on Facebook, on my own personal account. I actually said that, look, it's getting to the point where I actually want to report good news on the Xbox because I feel like I am bullying them at this point. Imagine like a small YouTube channel bullying like Microsoft, but that's how I was feeling. And it was getting to the point where I was actually looking for good news to report because it was getting to the point where I felt I was being biased. Even though I wasn't, I was reporting the news as it was happening, but it just felt like I was being biased because every piece of bad news that was coming out, there was no good news to counterbalance it. It's that simple. And obviously with various incidents like the Xbox 360 was the offline console, so don't buy the Xbox One. It was just a mess. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video as is because I've no doubt there's going to be a hell of a lot more news on this one. I'm going to be doing some analysis of it tomorrow, so feel free to check back. Meanwhile, hallelujah, thank goodness the DRM has been removed. So anyway, I'm going to cut this short. Take care, have a great day, and bye for now.